Hi, I'm Catherine Story. Welcome to my channel, House of Story. I'm in my studio, coming from Miami, doing a couple little pieces for to add on for the show in Ibiza. And one of the pieces, this cute little bra. This you can wear over or under. Wait till you see them on the models with nothing underneath them. Yes, that will, sex sells. You got to say it. Okay, so as far as my headdresses go, I'm starting off kind of slow, but I kind of had this idea. I saw something in London that was just like a bandana, and I thought, I kind of like this idea of just a bandana. Okay, yeah. I know that's not maybe what you would think as a headdress. Headdresses are like big and over the top, but how do I do me in this headdress? So what the other fun thing is, when I did this, I thought, well, look at how cute this is as well. So I've done both of these thinking that you always wish you did something more, right? Like this, even you could wrap a couple times around here, like if the girl needed something interesting. Then I moved on to, okay, how can I do a little bit more? Like, how can I expand? So I did this great little head dress. Okay, this is going to get cut, obviously, in the front. And I felt like, oh my God, does it look like a flapper? I felt like it might look too much like a flapper. I still liked it and I'm still committed to it, right? But then I remembered I had this crazy piece I did actually for this mannequin once for the window, and it's this mohawk. And so I was like sitting here. So here I am sitting, I've done this, and here I am sitting here thinking, well, this is great, but how do we get it to stay on? Well, ta-da! This is how this evolved. Let me get her, I'm going to glue this on, obviously. This is my headdress. What I'm going to do is kind of take this to the next level now. I have 12 mannequins, so they're not all going to be this over the top-ish because it's just not necessary. So, but I think I'll do maybe 2 more with the feathers. So I need to figure out where to get these. I have 3 days here in my studio in Laguna to do some add-ons. So I feel really good about today. And tomorrow I can kind of put this aside for the moment and do the other things I need to do. Day 2 back in my studio just to do these add-ons for my show in Ibiza, and a couple things going on for me. So I have 3 days. So yesterday I really focused on the head wraps I showed you. So today I had a couple of little ideas that I wanted to do. The best thing about what's happening for me is that I'm not stressed out because I know I have a full collection, and anything I do now is just extra. So I'm really grateful that I'm together. I'm really grateful that I came back just to do some wow pieces. The thing that's getting me a little bit is Milan is next, which is September, and I'm kind of, they're asking for some pictures. So I'm kind of like, I had some ideas for Milan and now they're kind of seeping over into Ibiza. But one thing I did, and look at this, is just amazing. I did this. I guess I'm going to put it on. I just started playing with okay, let's do some crazy ass accessories. Remember I said I wanted to blow my own mind? Well, so these are just I just had a bunch of pearls in why did I have pearls? There's no explanation. I was looking with pearls for a little bit ago, a few years ago. So I just had all these vintage pearls, and so I just basically just adding them all together. And I love this. I think it's great. Obviously, I need to lower this. And it just goes to show you probably have stuff in your studio that you can work with and turn it into something amazing. So I'm kind of there. I also did a great outfit, a skirt with this top. For me, a lot of times when I design, most of the time when I design, I think about what I want to wear. And I have a couple events this week, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll wear that. So it helps me to stay inspired and to keep creating. But mostly the biggest gift is that I'm on my timeline and I don't feel stressed. I'm not designing from a stressful place. I'm designing from an abundant place. The energy of lack in your day is really hurtful to what you're creating. So there's enough time, there's enough ideas, we are abundant. Last day in my studio, I am getting ready for Ibiza Fashion Festival. I had 3 days just to focus on the extras that I'm doing for the show. And this is when what comes in handy is all the times you're out shopping and you find things and you're like, I remember I had a boyfriend and he'd be like, well, what are you going to do with that? And I'd be like, I don't know, but this is when those kinds of things come in handy. But I don't want to give away too much, but all I have to do is really open up my little chest for any other one of these bags. I have this chest over here full of goodies. And some of them, I've had for years. Like, I can't use this because I feel like what I want to do is recreate this at some point. All these beautiful little pieces. So some of these things I'm using, some of them I'm not using these, but I'm finding things to use in my collection, as well as, this was from a few years ago. So I know because I've done a lot of photo shoots, it's always better to have more, especially when it comes to accessories. It's better to have like so many things to choose from because you never really know what is going to happen, like what you're going to be inspired to do when you're there. My challenge is some of these things have feathers. And so I am traveling across the world with a suitcase, 2 suitcases, I think. I'm just wondering how the feathers are going to do. So I'm not going to show you anymore. I'm finishing winding things up. Really glad I came back to do these final touches. And I kind of can't remember what my collection looks like because it's all in Miami, but I remember leaving feeling really confident. And I did take pictures, but pictures just don't do it justice. So next stop is España, IBIZA Fashion Festival.